everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're following updates on the U.S. Diversity Visa, or DV Lottery, this video is for you. The U.S. Department of State has just announced important updates regarding the 2027 Diversity Visa Program, also known as DV 2027. This news just came out on November 5th, 2025. The U.S. Department of State says they're making some changes to the entry process, which is why the registration start date hasn't been announced yet. They're still finalizing the updates, but the official announcement is expected very soon. So if you're planning to apply for DV 2027, stay ready. The registration could open any day now. But why is it taking this much time? Let's break this down. Stay with me.
For the second time since 2021, the U.S. State Department is implementing the mandatory passport requirement for the diversity program this year. That means if you don't have a valid, unexpired passport right now, you cannot participate in DV 2027. No exceptions are allowed unless you meet very specific criteria.
This isn't the first time the U.S. has tried to implement a passport requirement. In 2019, the State Department introduced an interim final rule requiring passport information for DV 2021, 2022, and 2023. Entry numbers dropped dramatically, but COVID-19 also played a major role. DV 2020, 14.7 million entries before the passport rule. DV 2021, only 6.7 million entries, down 54% due to both the passport requirement and the pandemic. DV 2022, 7.3 million entries. COVID-19 continued to impact applications. Then, in February 2022, a federal court vacated the passport rule, not because it was wrong, but because the State Department didn't follow proper procedures. They didn't allow public comments first. For DV 2024, when both the passport requirement was removed and COVID restrictions lifted, entries skyrocketed to 23.8 million. And with that came massive fraud. 2.5 million duplicate entries were caught. The State Department learned its lesson. This time, they're doing it the right way. A formal notice of proposed rulemaking with a 45-day public comment period. It's legally sound and properly implemented. Let me break down exactly what's changing. According to a proposed rule published in the Federal Register on August 5, 2025, the Department of State wants all DV lottery applicants to provide, first, your valid, unexpired passport number, the unique serial or issuance number from your actual passport. Second, the name on your passport exactly as it appears. Third, the country that issued your passport and its expiration date. Fourth, and this is the big one, you must upload a scanned image of your passport's biographic page and signature page. That's the page with your photo and all your personal information. The scan must be in JPEG format, under 5 megabytes, and crystal clear. No PDFs accepted. If your signature is on a different page, you'll need to combine both images into one file. Now, there are 3 narrow exceptions. 1, you're stateless and cannot obtain a passport from any country. 2, you're a national of a communist-controlled country that refuses to issue you a passport. 3, you have an official waiver approved by both the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Secretary of State. If you don't fall into one of these categories, you must have that passport. No passport, no entry. Period. Share this video with anyone you know who's planning to apply for the DV lottery. Thank you for supporting our channel. Here's where things get really concerning. Normally, the DV lottery registration opens in early October, usually the first week. For DV 2026, registration started October 2nd, 2024. For DV 2025, it was October 4th, 2023. But as of today, November 5th, 2025, the DV 2027 registration period has not been announced. The U.S. State Department has only said dates will be widely publicized in the coming months. That's incredibly vague. Some experts are speculating it could open in November or even December, but nobody knows for sure. And here's the problem. This proposed passport rule was published on August 5th, 2025. The comment period closed on September 19th, 2025. But the rule has not been officially finalized and published as a final regulation yet. So, technically, this is still a proposed rule. But, and this is critical, the changes have already been implemented in the current DS 5501 form. The form now includes fields for passport data entry and a template for uploading your passport scan. Plus, the new $1 registration fee, which was finalized on September 16, 2025, is being processed through pay.gov, the official U.S. government payment platform. Everything is in place. The infrastructure is ready. They're just waiting to flip the switch. You might be asking, why is the US doing this? The answer is simple: fraud. The State Department's own data reveals a shocking reality. In the 2025 DV program, over 2.5 million duplicate entries were disqualified. That's not a typo. 2.5 million fraudulent applications. The document I'm referencing details horrifying cases. In 2012, a single IP address in Bangladesh submitted over 634,000 fraudulent entries. Investigators found computers loaded with thousands of fake applications, counterfeit education documents, and staged marriage photos. In Ukraine, organized fraud rings posed as travel agencies. They stole personal information from citizens and entered them into the lottery without their knowledge. When those people were selected, the criminals demanded up to $15,000 for the confirmation number. If victims couldn't pay, they were forced into sham marriages. In Cambodia, visa scammers charged between $5,000 and $30,000 to prepare a DV case, complete with fake diplomas and forged work documents. By requiring a valid passport with a scanned image, they're making it nearly impossible for criminals to submit fake entries. Your passport contains your name and your native alphabet, your place of birth, your signature, and biometric security features that are extremely difficult to forge.
If you're planning to enter DV 2027, here's your action plan. Step 1, get your passport now. Don't wait. If you don't have one, apply immediately. The average cost in DV-eligible countries is around $74, but it can take weeks or even months to receive it, depending on your country. Step 2, make sure your passport is valid and unexpired. Check the expiration date. If it expires soon, renew it now. You'll need to keep a copy of this passport because if you're selected, you'll need to prove this was the passport you used when you applied. Step 3, practice scanning your passport. Use your smartphone. Most people will do it this way. Take a clear photo of the biographic data page. If your signature is on a separate page, learn how to combine 2 images into one JPEG file. There are free apps that can do this. Step 4, prepare for the $1 registration fee. You'll need a payment method that works with Pay.gov, the U.S. government payment system. This typically accepts Visa, MasterCard, and possibly prepaid cards. If you're in a country with restricted banking, figure out your payment solution now. Step 5, monitor the official website daily, travel.state.gov. Sign up for email alerts on the Federal Register docket DOS 2025-0001. When they announce the registration dates, you might have only a 30-day window, maybe less.
If you found this information helpful, please share this video with anyone you know who's planning to apply for the DV lottery. This could literally change someone's life. Drop a comment below if you have questions. I'll do my best to answer them. And subscribe to stay updated on any DV 2027 announcements.